Alright, y'all. Hello and welcome to another video. This one's going to be about road trips, kind of amazing drives, amazing roads, scenery, that type of thing. This is one of my favorite things ever, right? My whole life, especially my adult life, I just absolutely love traveling in the form of road trips. I think that's really relevant, at least here in the US. Now, a lot of Americans might not be able to go abroad all the time, and that is certainly a shame. But we do have it good when it comes to road tripping, and it's something I've definitely embraced, and I've had some amazing memories and education in doing that. It's not necessarily what I or some people would think of first when it comes to Europe as a whole or European countries, but I think that that's something I would like to do. Now, of course, you know I would love to visit many countries because who wouldn't? And I've learned about a lot of places over the years, and I really want to go travel there. And I actually do want a road trip when it comes to Europe. I don't want to just fly in to a city, spend some time there, maybe take a train to another big city and then leave. I want a road trip around, see big cities, small towns, and beautiful countrysides and mountains and lakes and whatever else. That's what we're going to take a look at today, get some a little bit of inspiration. And for anyone that might not know, see that road tripping in Europe can be just as fun and just as amazing as it can be here in the almighty US. And the first one starts out, this is your sign to rent a car in Europe. Even if you're traveling solo, you can experience some of the most beautiful drives. And that's the funny thing. Like, part of me understands the appeal of, like, hey, as an American, we don't have a lot of great public transportation, high-speed train networks, cheap domestic flights, that type of thing. You're pretty much reliant on a car here, whereas in other countries you're not. But ironically, as much as I want to try a lot of the way better public transportation in a lot of European cities and countrysides, at the same time, just taking a road trip through France, over to Germany, over to Austria, over to wherever, right? I feel like that sounds just as fun. Some people don't like road trips or don't like driving in other countries, so I get it. It's good that you have options, but I think I'd opt for the road trip. Let's see. This is Germany, by the way, if we already said that. That is incredible, but this is wintertime, clearly. There's snow, even on the ground, not just on the mountains. Of course, with road trips, I mean, driving through a car, the bonus is still you get to see wherever you want. You get to go at your own pace, stop in any small town, big or small. You get to see everything that you want. It's just trippy seeing those, like that castle behind her. That's incredible. Look at that. Seeing that, from the road far away and then pulling over and getting to walk around this, that is pretty cool. And that's where the road trip kind of experience would differ so much than here in the US. You see a lot of interesting landscapes, a lot of beautiful mountains or whatever, depending on where you are. You'll see some interesting roadside attractions as well, but you definitely won't see castles with centuries of history. Driving one of the best alpine roads in Europe. Where is this one? I'm not exactly sure where. God, that is absolutely stunning though, huh? Wow, the curvy roads is what gets me. See, I've looked at a couple videos in the past long ago of like some crazy mountain roads and stuff in Europe. You can find good roads here in the US, but they're rare. They're really rare. A lot of it's just straight roads everywhere you go. You really have to go into the mountains to get some cool curvy roads. Then again, a lot of these kind of smaller roads like this, with just unlimited views and access like that, like you kind of get here, it's going to be hard to find here. It's not common at all. I feel like overall driving, kind of epic level driving roads like this, from what I've seen and heard and all this stuff, I feel like you're going to see this more often in European countries. Like, I think you guys might win when it comes to driving roads. It's freaking awesome. Look at this. Beautiful highways in Europe. Here's the Süd Autobahn, Austria. Absolutely insane. The fact that those mountains literally look like they are on top of the world. Like, that looks like a vertical wall that is just hard to comprehend how big that is. That is freaking awesome. The fact that it looks like that on camera as well, it's pretty hard to capture. I've seen this road before on a different TikTok, A1 in Croatia. absolutely stunning. Stunning road. Croatia is low-key is like the best roads I've ever seen. Look at that. It looks too good. The A8 in Germany, beautiful. Again, I think people that haven't been there might not realize that there are parts of Germany that look like this. It's absolutely just incredible. And I like if you go to the comments, Skoda Global commented on that. It's pretty cool. Italy is some of the most beautiful highways in the world. Definitely have to agree. Again, look at, again, the road quality. Incredible, right? Everything from the barriers, the road, it just looks crisp and fresh. It's not something I see locally around me. That's why people might always ask, like, why is he always admiring the road so much? It's the details. I'm a details guy. And when I look at how clean everything is and how almost perfect looking it is, it just makes it that much better. I mean, you're obviously surrounded by blue skies and mountains. That helps a lot. I mean, that's actually my favorite part. But the fact that you have that and the good highways, man, I'm jealous. If anyone doesn't know, you must not have seen most American highways. They could be rough. They might be only good for a few sections, you know? Interestingly, when you go to the comments, people actually say the most expensive, too. So people saying that the highways are private. So, yeah, so there's some other comments kind of hinting at the same thing. I'm assuming the highways in Italy might have tolls on them. Is that correct? Maybe they're toll. You pay a toll to get on them, or while you're on them. We do that in Illinois, too. It's just you pay tolls here in Illinois, and the road still looks like junk, so it's kind of confusing. Do they have tolls in different countries in Europe? That would be a good thing to kind of research. If you know any that's kind of famous for that or stand out, please let me know in the comments.
Heading up to the pass.
Whoa.
Absolutely insane. Just take a look at this.
This is something called the Stelvio Pass.
I can't even
Must
believe
be in Italy, I think.
Right now. What is going on? This is a dream. To be here in this M4, mad.
Yeah, that's a nice Beamer, by the way. Nice car and a nice view.
Insane. Let's carry on going up. Just look at these views. The M4.
You know, I can't decide if I like the M4. I always say I don't like newer Beamers, and I think a lot of people do. And overall, I don't. Now, I would never hate on someone else's car. This is a cool car. I'm just saying in general. Somehow, maybe because of everything else, the M4 kind of works, especially in this spec, right? The red with those silver wheels are pretty cool. I just can't get over the whole like famous BMW kidney grills on steroids. It's just too weird for me, but the overall car is kind of cool. It's kind of muscular, actually.
Was literally up in the clouds. Just in case you're wondering, this is what it looks like leading all the way up to the Stelvio Pass. We're going to be driving all along them roads all the way up to the top. An hour later, we made it up to the top, and this is what it looks like. I'm also going to post a full video driving up the Stelvio Pass, so just stay tuned for that.
What a hike, huh?
Stelvio Pass, and now we're heading all the way down. We've got another 3 hours and 12 minutes till we get over to Milan. I mean, I'm speechless. Look at these views. Quick little stop off. Check this out.
Look at the waterfalls. Just casually, like a beautiful waterfall right there.
This place is insane.
No big deal, right?
Going down. Quick.
Those roads are insane, man.
Little stop, park.
Wow.
Away from everyone, so no one
how cool, dude.
We've already got a scratch on it. So yeah, just gonna get a few snacks. All this space, and they had to park right next to me. Yes.
Hey. Glad to see that's a thing over there too. I love that when you're trying to park away. Protect your ride, and someone, for some reason, chooses right next to you. Awesome.
Fuel stop number 4, and they've got 100 octane here. When we got to Milan, we did some tourist things, and of course, we had to do some shopping as well. We also had to pay 23 euros to park for about 4 hours, which is insane. And then we finished off the evening with some really good food.
Damn, that pizza looks glorious. Oh, and the pasta, wowzers.
Right, the best pasta and pizza that I've ever eaten in my entire life. And
I don't doubt that at all. That looks phenomenal.
The tiramisu was insane as well.
Damn, dude. Yeah, see, road tripping in Europe, road tripping through Italy looks amazing. But really, I think road tripping through anywhere over there would just be a W, man. What driving through Madeira is really like. God, that is insane. Look at that. Oh, the tunnels. Hey, the tunnels would be fun, though. They're actually like it ruins the view. It's fun. It's an experience. I never get to go through tunnels either. That is absolutely beautiful. Isn't that an island? I got to learn more about that. That's part of Portugal, correct? Someone even mentioning in the comments, tunnels are the best thing there is. Try going to other countries where it takes 5 hours to do 10 kilometers. That's the thing. I mean, these windy ribbon roads are beautiful and unforgettable experience driving. But then again, if you have a tunnel that goes through a mountain, it's a lot quicker than going around it, right? This is actually pretty true.
3 minutes away from this stunning place for 6 years, and I didn't
Good
know
old
about it until
Bavaria.
yesterday. I'm so pissed. But if you're in Bavaria, southern Germany, Berchtesgaden, or even in Salzburg, you have to do this drive. It's called the Rossfeld Panoramastrasse, and it's a scenic drive that goes through the mountains and valleys that border Germany and Austria.
Jeez, that is insane. That doesn't even look real.
You have to pay €9 to get in, but
I can't express enough, too. Places look, this comes from personal experience, places don't look as extraordinary on camera as they do in person. They can still look great on camera, right? That's how a lot of us consume other places, is just through media on TV or your computer or your phone. But, you know, places I've been that truly took my breath away, I looked at video footage I took there later at home or a hotel or whatever, and it's always like, oh, beautiful, but a little disappointing. It doesn't feel like it does in person. And of course, that's life, right? Like, it will always be better in person. But what I'm saying is this basically takes my breath away through a computer screen.
Stops along the way,
I can't
and restaurants,
imagine
and
what this looks like in person.
If you're lucky, you'll arrive at a restaurant where they have live music, Bavarian Alps style.
Cool.
So
Damn,
of course
that
we
is
have to
so
stop
cool.
and get a
See, this is what it's all about. This is like a dream. This would be so freaking cool. So freaking cool, dude.
beer and some Kuchen, aka cake, and listen to the music. It was just very magical.
Wow.
This was the little hut. They only served drinks and like a couple of sweets. But then we ended up going to the restaurant next door, which had, again, really
what a
stunning
view.
views
Yeah.
and some more
having beer in Bavaria. By the way, I know that stuff slaps. I know that it's going to taste unbelievably
views.
good. Tastes like heaven, and you'll
some
feel like
more
you're in heaven looking
beer,
around.
And then, of course, some food. Oh my God.
Damn, y'all.
Yeah, it was amazing. So I highly
Okay, that food looks so freaking good. What is this? This looks so good, dude.
the Spätzle. Yeah.
Look at how fresh this looks. Oh my God. I'm jealous. Yo, I gotta make this happen. We gotta make this happen for sure. Wow. Well, it's a beautiful drive in Scotland. Wow. Now, I knew Scotland actually looked pretty epic. I haven't seen any videos on it in a while. Look at that. Holy crap. That is, honestly, it's kind of blowing me away. It's a little crazier than I even thought. How beautiful is that, man? How rugged. Look at that. And this small road taking you through this massive, massive valley just surrounded by these unbelievable mountains. That is so cool, dude. Wow, and the greenery and the flowers and the waterfalls, right? It's so lush. Such an interesting look compared to like even just the last clip we saw from Germany. 5 epic roads in Europe you have to drive at least once in your life. All right, let's take notes. Number 5, from Frankfurt to Trier via... I get it. Frankfurt to Trier via Koblenz. And I'm saying these so wrong. For your entertainment, so you can laugh uncontrollably and then correct me in the comments. All right. From Innsbruck to Bolzano. Damn. These are beautiful, as expected. Look at these guys. Hello. From Olbia to Bonai. Yummy. Ooh, Norway. Let's go. From Bergen to Guringer. I think. I don't think it's Geranger. I think it's, yeah. I don't know, shit. That is beautiful, by the way. Let me take these in before I concentrate on the names. Look at that. Look at that, yeah. Good excuse to stop and take in the views, right? Got a whole herd of these guys in the street. Absolutely stunning. Wow. Yeah, Norway I feel like would be on another level. Sweden, Norway, just anywhere up there, I feel like, I mean, the views there are almost intimidating. The beauty is beyond belief. Look at that. Oh my God, I'm not even going to try to pronounce these. Who am I kidding? You guys are already laughing at me. I know. Look at this view, man. The river cutting through the mountains. Jeez. Do you agree with that list? Either way, I agree. I'm pretty easy to please. These are a lot prettier than any roads I could think of within a few minutes of me. These are awesome. Now you gotta love these. I always throw in some rogue videos like this, okay, to make us laugh. Living in Europe means casually driving from Italy to Monaco every day for lunch. Absolutely love it. I don't know who the hell would actually talk like this, because Italy to Monaco. First of all, it makes it sound like living in Europe, the country, driving to the city of Italy, over to the city of Monaco. That's just where my head goes, so that is funny on its own. But, of course, Italy and Monaco aren't cities, but rather countries. Now, Monaco is kind of a city, but you get what I'm saying. I don't necessarily think that people go from Italy over to Monaco in a couple of minutes just for lunch. Maybe I'm wrong if you want to correct me, but I don't know if that's super common. Very weird title to this one. I love the country of Europe and its cities like Monaco and Italy. Thank you. Exactly. Yes, living in the U.S. means casually driving to Mexico every day for lunch. That's my point. That's just not a thing. Maybe if you live on the border, if you live in El Paso or San Diego, okay, you could tactically do that. But it's not casual even then. It takes long to cross the border, even on foot. So let's get real. Nobody's driving from Italy to Monaco for a lunch. Yeah, you gotta love TikTok videos. Some of them are gems and some of them are just whatever this is. If you were thinking about driving through Montenegro, oh my God, look at this. Beautiful, by the way, right? Again, in the mountains. Can't argue with that. Beautiful sunny day. But this is intense, right? Look at how small this road is. And it's so curvy. Jeez. I hope this is a one-way road, right? At least we could draw this conclusion. There's no one coming the other way, right? Average Balkan village roads. Well, luckily, this is how it looks like bigger roads, or maybe I would say highways look. There, definitely beautiful. And it's fun looking at places I usually don't even look at as well, right? We don't do much content on Montenegro, but look at it. Maybe underrated. Looks beautiful. And sunset drives, this takes the cake. I don't think I've ever seen a better sunset video in my life. This sunset, I'm a sunset enthusiast, by the way. This sunset might be one of the coolest things I've ever freaking seen. Ever. Ever. My whole time on this earth. This is in Slovakia. If you don't believe me, there you go. This is Slovakia. Absolutely epic. Absolutely epic. Round of applause. That is a beautiful drive. And that is a stunning sunset. Now, of course, this is what I would be doing. Car spotting. This is 20 minutes in Bratislava. Look at that Bentley. Damn. Audi, of course, of the wagon. Beamers everywhere. Damn. Yeah, this would be so fun. Whoa, look at that. Whoa, what was that? Donald Duck? Or something? How cool is that? Damn. Ferrari, another Lambo. The Urus, right? Damn, okay. Okay, Bratislava. Very impressive. I'm actually going to cut it there. There's so much we could look at. I'm going to do more like this. And of course, there's some other tourists and Americans driving in Europe that's coming up again, because those are some of my favorites. So look for that very soon. I have tons of cool clips that I want to show here. Some of these just never get old. It is absolutely hilarious. But yeah, a little more on the mild side today, just looking at beautiful drives and getting some inspiration about road tripping through Europe, the country. I'm just kidding. Through European countries, Europe, the continent. Tons of variety. I'm sure there are just hundreds of different road trips you could come up with from north to south, east to west. And I would love to hear your comments on some of the best road trips you've taken part in, whether they were in Europe or maybe elsewhere. Hopefully, you will see me out there on the road one of these days. Until then, I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's going to be it. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. Catch you later.